Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup here on this Friday, January 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Let's start you off out at Indianapolis, Indiana, where the Boston Celtics fresh up their 8-point victory over the Brooklyn Nets and Wednesday night squared off against Indiana Pacers here. And the Celtics got off to a rough start as they trailed the Indiana Pacers by 8 points in the first quarter break, 25-17, and they picked up the pieces, but they still carried an halftime break, trailing 46-37, and then the Celtics showed some signs of improvement as they won that quarter 23-19, as now they trail the Pacers 65-60, and then the Celtics put together a big 34-point fourth quarter as the Celtics showed some scrap in the fourth quarter, and Avery Bradley made a three-pointer to tie the game in regulation time with 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter as the game is going into overtime, tied to 94 apiece. But then in the overtime, the Celtics spark ran out of gas here as the Boston Celtics missed the last 7 shots to end the overtime game as the Boston Celtics lose the Indiana Pacers, but with a good scrappy effort, 107-103 as they fall to 12-22 in the season here. Avery Bradley got the loss. High point man with a loss for the Celtics with 23 points. Wall right here with it, 19 points in the win for the Indiana Pacers. Next up for the Celtics, they'll be out in Toronto for a date with the Toronto Raptors here. Alright, other scores around the NBA here. It is Philadelphia edging out a win over the Brooklyn Nets, 98-88. 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Atlanta Hawks lead the Detroit Pistons 106-103. With 11:43 left in the fourth quarter. New Orleans Pelicans 84. Memphis Grizzlies 71. 9:45 left in the fourth quarter. Utah Jazz 81. Oklahoma City Thunder 76. Fourth quarter underway down in the DC. Washington Wizards lead the Chicago Bulls 80-68. 10:16 left in the third quarter. Milwaukee Bucks lead the Minnesota Timberwolves 57-41. 7:56 left in the third quarter. It's Phoenix Suns 55, San Antonio Spurs 51. And Denver Nuggets, Sacramento Kings get underway by 10 o'clock. Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors get underway by 10:30 p.m. It's Oakland and Orlando Magic take on the Los Angeles Lakers at 10:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles there. Okay, let's take a look at NHL action here on this Friday night. Okay, in NHL scores here. Toronto leading Columbus 4-2 with 6:47 left in the third period. Tampa Bay and Buffalo to a 1-1 tie with 5:30 left in the third period. For one period in Calgary Flames and the Florida Panthers were a 2-2 tie and 12:11 left in the first period. Chicago Blackhawks lead the Edmonton Oilers 1-0 in here. And final in overtime, New York Islanders over the New Jersey Devils 3-2. College basketball scores there on this Friday night. In the men's college basketball at halftime, Green Bay 47, Milwaukee 27. Quarterback 68, Butterbuff 64. Toledo 84, Akron 67, and NJIT 78, Yale 71. In women's college basketball, with 9 seconds left in the second half, it's UCLA 49, Utah 46. 23 seconds left in the second half. It's California 69, Washington State 62. Fairfield 57, St. Peter 46. UNC Wilmington 69, Charleston 57. Siena 56, Niagara 52, Georgetown 69, Providence 61. It's Citadel 78, it's Xavier 54. Iona 79, Manhattan 62. James Madison 77, Northeastern 55. It's Towson 56, Delaware 49, and in final overtime, Hulster 53, Drexel 52. The Norton Lancers boys varsity basketball squad dominated the Halston Panthers from start to finish as they defeated the Halston Panthers at non-I 69-42. Alright, let's take a look at sports news here on this Friday night. Oregon Ducks wide receiver Darren Carrington will not play in the college football playoff national championship game after failing a drug test. In on to Texas, Roy Trupley, the former Dallas Mavericks star center whose NBA career was cut short by drug abuse, has died. The Phoenix Suns stockpiled the arsenal with a shiny new weapon that kept pace in Western Conference arms race Friday by a crowded center Brandon White and trade with the Boston Celtics. In Green Bay, Wisconsin, nowhere else in the NFL is a quarterback stuffing themselves to the standard it is here in the city where Brett Favre drew to define what it means to be an Iron Man. Tiger Woods pumps his fist after making a putt for Eagle 16 green during the third round of the Arnold Palmer Invitational Golf Tournament in Orlando, Florida. Boston welcomes 2024 Olympic bid with trepidation. The National Weather Service forecast for Foxburg calls for clear skies and temperature of 20 degrees as wind chill non-factor weather warns to determine where the Patriots or Ravens will win. Miami Dolphins former fullback Rob Carter III fell off a fishing board in the waters of Florida and forced him to swim 9 miles to the shore, according to numerous reports. In Doha, David Ferrer, who has played much career in the shuttle Rafael Nadal, earned himself to the Chancellor throne with Patriots' first round loss by reaching the final of the Cater Open. In Seattle, Mariners second baseman Robinson Cano has received permission from the club to play wood ball games in his native Dominican Republic. The NFL investigated whether the in-game text messages were sent to the Cleveland Browns sideline. The trio of Oklahoma linebacker Brian Bosworth, head coach Jim Tressel, and Texas running back Ricky Williams accounted for 1 Heisman Trophy, 2 Bucket Sports, and 6 national champions, as they headlined the 2015 Hall of Fame class. Mika Slonkamani of the National Predators is sent back to the minors today. Oregon or our state national title game can be a shootout to the ages. In an effort to keep the Rams in St. Louis, the city of St. Louis unveils new stadium plans. In Columbus, Blue Jackets signed goalie Sergei Bobrovsky to a 4-year, $29.7 million contract extension for the 2018-2019 season, and Washington Wizards center Kevin Servin, the world shirt Friday night that read Jesus Charlie to honor victims of Wednesday's terror-related shooting at the offices of French satiric magazine Charlie Hebdo. And that's going to be it for Sports Review on this Johnny Knack 2015 on a Friday. Here was good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow right after the Celtics and Raptors game in Toronto, as it's going to be all 3 Boston sports teams going to play in action. Bruins and Flyers in Philly, Patriots and Ravens at Gillette for the playoffs, and the Celtics and the Raptors. See you tomorrow night.